And welcome back to another episode of the Jawbers presented by the Jawbers. I'm Big D. This is MJ,
Yo, yo.
and we are back again with the third main and it's also main event match of this ESW Backyard Wrestling event. Um, yeah, so we've watched the first two matches. We've given them their toilet papers. Now it's time for the main event, which features Hardcore Kid, Alex G, and Wicked J,
He's a
along
champion.
with along with Sassy Tees, uh, which she might be the MVP of this whole event.
Yes.
Um, yeah, but
We got so it's Wicked J, which I wrote as this is right, Wicked J, right?
yeah, Wicked J because he's a juggalo,
Yep.
and so Violent J. He
So we
can't be
got
Violent J because he's already taken
yeah.
as a juggalo. So we
Well,
got Wicked J.
here's a little interesting fact about me. My freshman year of high school, I tried to fit in with these kids that I was hanging out with. That I bought a ICP in St. Clown Posse shirt.
Yeah, hell
never
yeah.
never listened to their music. Um, didn't really know much about them, but I try to fit in. And I'm projecting a little bit of that onto this Wicked J. But anyway, I think
You did you ever listen to them?
I've probably heard two
Like,
songs.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't consider myself a juggalo, but I liked ICP. We all, and that's actually funny because all of us, like the people that I was wrestling with, like we were all into ICP.
Yeah. I knew nothing about ICP. I was trying to fit in, so
Yeah. Well,
I was one
they
of
were a
those kids.
they were a big influence on backyard wrestling.
Absolutely. I agree. I'm saying like I was a poser at best.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean it is. So I didn't get a chance to write these names down because the match started before I was done taking notes for the previous match. So I named Wicked J Juggalo, and I named the ESW champion, hardcore champion, or no, that was ESW champion, hardcore kid Alex G. I named him Harry.
Harry
So, so if I refer to them as Harry or Juggalo, you'll know what I'm talking about.
reminds me of Dumb and Dumber.
Well, there you go, Juggalo and Harry.
Oh yeah, Harry.
Yeah, Harry. Yeah. Um, no, I was gonna say Harry Dunn, but who's Harry Dunn? Why do I know that name? Is that anyway? We have better punches in this match. I wrote this is the main event for the ESW Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which we found out in our previous episode that OSG, or Old School Giddens, is the number one contender for.
So we know who's gonna face the winner of this match.
Yeah.
So we'll watch that later.
Yeah, and like Hardcore Kid. I mean, he is not a fan of the fans. He came out and just spitting water, throwing water at the fans. He is just, yeah, he doesn't have any, he doesn't, no respect for anyone, just
Well,
himself.
at one point during the match, he said, "I'm not here for you."
Yeah, because they're chanting, one more time, uh, hit him in the ear, go for the ear, and he's like, ah, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want.
It's a great character. Just one question: if you're not there for the fans, what are you there for? Because you love it? Because you love wrestling? Well,
That's a
that's a
question.
question. Yes, that's a
Maybe,
question.
maybe Alex G will answer it someday.
Well, maybe Alex will, but for now, we don't know. maybe he's playing a good heel. I mean, I bought into it that he's not there for them, although he was performing for them, so I don't know. But I bought it. I bought it, which already this is going to be more than three toilet paper rolls for me. I will leave it at that. Well, you'll just have to wait until the end to see if it's four or five, or none.
And then we get the entrance of Wicked J coming out with a light bulb in his hand and Sassy T's at his side.
Yeah,
And
he's little. What do you call his little bitch?
little slut.
She's a little slut. Yep. I don't know. How does she feel about that? I don't know.
I mean, she didn't react to it, so
No, no.
she
Yeah,
must be okay with it.
she's more
Um,
adult than all of them combined.
Slut
Uh,
and Slut and Beaner are equally accepted.
yeah,
And
here, well,
stuff here. So
i- in ESW, I keep calling him ESW, that's right. In ESW, this is 2008. These are kids, so let's give them a benefit of the doubt. They're, as far as slurs go, they're accepting of everybody. So
yeah,
no, yeah, nobody gets unscathed with slurs, which is, if you're gonna do it, that's how you're gonna do it. Um, so they come out, and well, we go straight into a crossface. I think hardcore kid Alex G puts Juggalo into a crossface.
no.
He reverses it straight into a crossface, and doesn't Sassy Tease interferes? She intervenes in that. No, it's been a little while now. I'm
Uh,
forgetting the spots.
not not the first one. Not the
Not the
first one.
first one. Got
She,
it.
she, she only gets involved in the ones where he's about to tap.
Yeah. So okay.
Starts shaking that hand,
Yeah.
and she can. There's actually it's like a whistle or like a jingle in his hands, and he
Mm.
shakes it. Only she can hear it, and she just it begs for her attention, and she comes and grabs his hand.
So
But
what is
anyway,
this? Like a slut whistle?
I guess
Slistle.
if that's the case, then she's the only one there. No one else came to save him. So anyway,
Sure seems like it.
but yeah. So this match starts off on the trampoline, and yeah, it starts off hot. Um, Ricky
I
J.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Harry. That's a hardcore kid sets Juggle on a table, then literally like jumps, uses the springiness of the trampoline and gets major air as he splashes Juggalo through the table, of Wicked J through the table. Um, and then he did another splash. Again, this is how hot it started out, man. They were like already flying, and a hardcore kid, Alex G. There's a reason why he's the champion. Not only is he athletic, but he's also fearless. So he is
Right.
flying, man. He's flying. He doesn't care. He's doing these spots and uses the trampoline. So yeah, but Wicked J just keeps talking shit, and Hardcore Kid keeps kicking his ass. I think that you can sum up this match like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they sell too. They sell. Like when they get hurt, they sell. They even sell the trampoline spots, which like they just bounce off of. But yeah, I think I just kind of like skipped. But they started hot. They went straight into fighting, and yeah, they used the trampoline to their advantage. And that splash through the table,
Hmm.
that was the highlight.
Yeah, that was definitely probably the move of the match.
Um, I think at one point in time, so like I'm skipping to spots because that's what I have as notes at this point. Because it was still spotty. Um, so Wicked J keeps talking shit. Keeps his ass getting kicked, and then we had a spot with Hardcore Kid Alex G taking a cookie sheet, sitting Wicked J on a chair on the trampoline, and then
Yep.
going onto um, uh, the trailer,
Camp,
their
camper. Yep.
camper, thank you, and
Yep.
doing the RVD. I don't know what that move's called. I think it's called a RVD Dominator, Terminator,
Van Daminator.
Van Daminator. Thank you, Van Daminator. I think that's what it is. But anyways, he
Yeah.
just jumps from it and puts the sheet right in front of his feet and kicks it right in the Wicked J's face.
Yeah, that was a good spot.
Great, well done. That
Yeah.
shows like the hardcore's uh, agility and ability. So they're selling better. They're laying their shit better. So
They
unfortunately,
they showed a replay of that one too,
yeah,
and the replay does it more justice. Like he took that drop kick.
in the face.
Wicked J did, yeah. He took it well, and it was a bump from the trampoline onto the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely great bump. These guys sold it. So unfortunately, the first match we watched was on the same card as this. So that makes a big difference, you know. Uh, well, we have Juggalo. Okay, so Juggalo. So Wicked J, I keep calling him Juggalo because that's what his notes are under. He at one point lights his hand on fire and punches Hardcore with it.
Yeah, that was yeah.
That was kind of
It's pretty hardcore.
it is pretty hardcore, but kind of out of place
Yeah.
because you couldn't really pick up the fire on the camera.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah. Because at first when we first watched it, I didn't notice it.
yeah,
Like I didn't notice it actually lighting up.
yeah,
But watching it again and looking closer, you do see it light up. You do see the flames for a quick second before um
it
he
goes
goes
out.
for the punch. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's cool. Uh, he talked a lot of shit in this match.
He did with his little accent.
His accent or some sort of speech impediment or whatever, maybe a lisp. Either way, he could back it up, but he talked a lot of shit and he got his ass whooped a lot. So
So if you notice at the um, we'll say the 38-40 mark.
hmm
So if you want to go to 38-40.
I'm going to 38, 30. Okay.
Okay, 30 is fine. All right, so then they're on a trampoline,
Yeah.
and Alex G ends up getting him in the crossface again. Now
Yeah.
watch. You hear it? Do you hear it? The little jingle, 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 jingle. Boom. Look at that. Sassy Tease just comes.
Yes,
Like
I see.
yeah, she hears that and she just
He's got a
coming
little
for it.
bell.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Sachi G goes, she says, fuck you to him. And he picks her up for a power slam and then gets Wicked J, nails him with a light bulb.
yeah, and
Oh,
they continue the case. So Sassy Tease is doing her job.
yeah.
Yep.
And she just told the hardcore to get his bitch ass up. Oh, they go for a double clothesline. Boom! He ducks under. Boom! He gets both of them. Ah,
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's
that was
awesome.
actually that was a pretty good sequence.
Yeah,
That was a
I
good
see.
sequence.
I noticed the jingle jingle.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's just how he gets it. It's like uh It's like Scorpion, get over here kind of thing. He just jingles his little wrist, and she comes running. She comes and saves him.
Yeah, he's got his little slut on beck and call.
So that happens 2 or 3 times. Um,
Well, he was in a crossface. He was gonna tap. So yeah.
right, yeah, that's how it happened every time except for that very first time in the very beginning of the match.
And then the
Uh,
spot just happened when he calls the drop kick. He's like, I'm gonna do a drop kick, and then and it's a leg drop, and somebody in the crowd he's like, you just did a leg drop, and he's
yeah,
like,
whatever.
that was funny, that was hilarious.
Well, that was spot on because I was about to say the same exact thing. I was going, that's a leg drop, but someone beat me to it.
You know, one thing that's so all their punches are laid in, man. Like their punches look good.
Hmm.
So that's like the difference is it's literally a progression of how like they go from really bad to better to great in those 3 matches, which makes sense
Yeah,
why they're in the main event. But one thing that really kind of got me is so they broke numerous amount of light bulbs on the trampoline, and they end up wrestling and rolling in those shards of glass, and they could really fuck you up.
all that mercury.
Well, the mercury, yeah, but the glass too.
No.
Like they just roll in that. And then right now, Wicked J is unleashing some suplexes. Hey, little Sassy got a kick in too. And who
Oh, see,
counts? Who counts?
the
The
fans
audience.
count.
The fans count.
They count.
So, like, you say what you will about like all their slurs and things they say. Look at the crowd. There's kids of all kinds of race and ethnicities. They just
Oh,
they.
wait, this is the spot. Hold on,
Oh, here it
I
is.
gotta, I gotta go back. I gotta hear what he says.
Uh-oh.
So he says,
That's
hold
his.
on,
Yeah, my little fucking
hold on.
slut.
I got paint in my eye and I don't give a fuck because all I got is my little slut. So
Yeah, well, he's trying to rap.
there you go. Yeah, he's a juggalo.
Yeah, he's got a little John Cena going on here with the
You,
shorts.
you gotta rap if you're a juggalo. If you're a juggalo, you have to rap.
Oh, there we go. He just got him. He's talking too much shit. Caught him again in a crossface. Oh, he's ringing that bell. She's grabbing his arm. Oh, Hardcore's pissed. Oh, he throws Sassy out of the ring. He throws
Yeah, that
Sassy out of
was
the ring. He goes, oh, geez. I don't even know what that's called. But he just delivered his finisher, and here we go. Got him. Crossface. Sassy's nowhere to be found. So he knows not to ring. Oh, Sassy selling it. Sassy selling it. For some reason,
yeah.
she's
Even
selling a.
even she tells him to tap.
And he taps, and it's over.
She knows it's over.
Hardcore. Hardcore wins.
See, the thing is though, is the whole time before he tapped, he wasn't ringing his bell.
Yep.
So
Well,
of
he
course
knew
she's
not
gonna.
to. He knew not to because
Well,
she was too far away.
well, that doesn't mean you can't try.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, the hardcore kid Alex G retains the ECW championship
But there's a
and is
little. There's some
victorious.
more shenanigans afterwards.
Yeah, for some reason, um, Jinxie Jinx Nasty comes out. And I guess that's where we kind of learned that Jinx and Wicked J might be a team. And it kind of makes sense because Sassy Tease was with both of them.
Yeah, and then Paul shows up in an orange shirt.
Paul,
Uh,
which
but
thanks
but
to the
before
fans.
that, but before that
Uh,
happens though, but before that happens, Wicked J tries to shake Hardcore's hand,
yes.
and Hardcore spits on him.
Yeah.
There is trouble a brewing, my friend. You thought this was it, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And then they have exclusive after match is what we're talking about. Match after the show, and we got the brawl, and then what you said, and then Paul runs in. And the only reason we know Paul is because of the audience.
Just the fans. And the fans count.
Yeah, because they asked for Paul's music. This was all of it. This was a mixture of all of it, and we're not going to give it a ton of time. This was just a combination of what we saw all throughout. It looks like all of a sudden, like towards the end, like the main event and the end, it's like you have kids versus the like more grown kids, you know? And so Hardcore and Paul, they're more grown, and Wicked J just looks like a, oh. And then, yeah, there's a spot, though. There's a spot where Hardcore jumps off the trampoline, gets shit ton of air on Wicked J, and kicks the camera. That's like their static camera. And Sass is trying to get in on the mix, but nobody's having any of it. I'm just watching it right now.
No sluts allowed.
No, yeah, this is a no sluts.
Although Paul hits her, I believe.
Yeah, Paul pushes her because
Okay.
she's trying to do something with Paul. He just pushes her away. But yeah, there's Wicked J with a with a crutch, and he gets a crutch bent over his head. That had to hurt. And yeah, it's there's a lot more. We're left with a lot more trouble than a lot more questions than answers and solutions. Another F5 from another person, and crossface on Jinx. Jinx is tapping, and Sassy figured out he's tapping, so she's not gonna do anything. She just spit. Well, again, she just spit on Hardcore, and for some reason, like the way she breaks Wicked J out of holds, if she just grabs his hand.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's some there awkwardness, but ultimately, this is what's happening. Uh, there's a trouble of brewing, and ESW is just getting started. Of course, they end up in a place where much more professional looking, and this is earlier years. So here's last thing here. We just see Hardcore G in slow motion jumping off the trampoline and hitting the camera. All right. Question. How many toilet paper rolls do you give this main event match?
I'm gonna go with 4.
You and me both.
I'm gonna go with 4.
Because
Because
we're holding these guys to a higher standard. That's it.
it progressively got better throughout the show
Yep.
during the 3 matches. Yeah, I mean it was decent. I mean, just nothing. I mean, if it was just Sassy T's, she would probably get 5 toilet paper rolls.
Well, I mean, if it was like I almost chose a wrestling match that wasn't really from a federation, but it was labeled as a backyard wrestling match. It was like drunk something backyard wrestling match, and it was actually somebody filmed two girls who don't do backyard wrestling, who don't do professional wrestling, uh, wrestling in a backyard drunk. And I was like, this might not fit the brief.
Yeah, sure, that fits the. Oh,
But
now that's going into a whole other category.
well, yeah, that's. I was
Uh,
like, we'll save this for later for those like fines. But I'm going for toilet paper here rolls here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And
yeah.
the reason it's not 5 is because the entertainment value was awesome. I had good entertainment in the last match. The two
Mhm.
matches before then, part of my entertainment had to do with the mix-ups, the mess-ups, the awkwardness.
Right.
and then just nonsensical things that in the context of what was going on were like, well, why would you sell that and not that? Like, um, but this one was actually entertaining. I had holy shit moments a few times. Um, Entertainment wise, this was the most entertaining match on the card. And it's also they're also pretty decent, you know. Some
Yeah.
of these guys are really good, so
Yeah.
they're going to be held to a higher standard. So that's an 8 out of 10, though.
Yeah. That's
Ended on a high note.
18 out of 30.
18 out of 30. It's more than 50%. And so this was ESW Backyard Wrestling, September 27, 2008. So 14 years ago. Okay. Don't be judging these kids too much. ESW has definitely grown. They have gotten even more better.
It's like
So
you're saying this to uh to reassure yourself. Like it's like I should be saying this to you, but you're saying it to yourself.
well, there you go. Yeah, yeah, in a way.
These are just
Uh,
kids,
these are just kids. Yes.
so just don't be so hard on them.
Yeah.
They they'll get better next show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just also like I'm saying that to not be hard on them with like their slurs and shit they say, because in today's day and age, people can be like, "Oh my God." It's like what you said 15 years ago as a child. You can still hold that against you. So,
Now you're going to prison today.
yeah, you go to prison for what they did.
Man, hopefully we don't stir up any problems by
Yeah,
revealing you.
yeah. I hope we're not bringing you. You never know.
We're not bringing
You
up
never
some
know.
bad
He's
past.
ESW gets canceled for using the word beaner, but that's
Oh
the
man,
name. That's the name of the wrestler.
Sassy
Aye,
Keys is going to cancel us.
yeah, but
Shout out
she's
to Sassy Keys. Jeez.
spit in your face. I spit in the food. That's where. What's his name? Uh, it's
Carlito.
Carlito. Thank you. That's where Carlito got it from. Sissy Sass, whatever her name is.
Sassy Tees.
He got it from Sassy Tees. I spit in the face. Oh.
I spit in the face of people who think they are cool.
So yes, we are the Jawbers. That is Jawbers. This has been ESW Backyard Wrestling. Check them out at their YouTube channel, which is at ESW Backyard Wrestling. And check us out at jawbers.com. Once again, that is JEWBERS.com, bitches. And get yourself a hoodie because you never know when you're going to have to keep yourself warm. And that's it. So it's Mr. Big D. I'm Max Jaw. And we shall see you in the next video.
Later. Yo,
Sassafrasa.
Beaner.
Oh no. And we quote.